I don't know if you remember this, but if I'm not mistaken, this was around season 2 of the Have and Have Nots, around the mid-season finale, where we saw Candace get abducted by the Malones. It was during the last couple episodes of that part of season 2 that Tyler Perry would have this little special after each episode, I believe called the Tyler Perry Show, where we saw him in front of a live studio audience talk with the members of the Have and Have Not cast. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed those episodes because it just showed that these people aren't just, people who read scripts in front of a camera and go about their own separate ways. I really liked the Tyler Perry Show because it showed that the Have and Have Not cast were just one giant family. They had fun with each other. They hung out with each other outside of the Haves and the Have Nots. And even on Facebook and other social media, you pretty much see all the Have and Have Not members going to support their fellow cast members in their different events. Some of them are on Broadway, some of them are doing different TV shows. John Snyder's just amazing. I grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzards, and I had no idea that John Snyder was a country singer. I didn't know this. One day at work, I'm on Spotify, and then I don't know what possessed me to type in John Snyder, but I did. And this guy's amazing. Keep in mind, I'm 24, so, I was born in 91, so I missed out on a lot of the John Snyder hits, but I was jamming to some of his classic, hits on Spotify one day at work, and man, that made the time go by fast. I'm like, wow, if he would have belted out some of those tones on the Haves and the Have Nots, he wouldn't need to run for governor. He'd be having like a platinum record or something like that. Well, in any case, the Tyler Perry Show, I did enjoy it because, you had fans in the audience asking questions to the cast members. It was almost like a live Twitter session almost. And again, we just got to see some development in terms of how Tyler Perry came up with the characters, how some of the scenes were created where, Tyler would write it, but the characters would evolve it, have their own creative twist on it. So I really did like to see that. And I was hoping by now that the Tyler Perry Studios or Tyler Perry would have suggested, I ought to make another video about this, but you know what? I'll put this into one video. If they could put the Haves and Have Nots on like DVD or Blu-ray or something like that, I would really enjoy it, because my mom keeps saying, no, the reason he's not doing that is because, if you had the episodes where, fans like you can watch them over and over again, you would pick up on stuff and you would solve the story. But I'm like, Ma, we don't really have DVR or anything like that, but we talk about the show all the time, so we are figuring most stuff out. She's like, you got a point, but not everybody does that. But we're at season 4 now. He can put out at least season 1, you would think, because I would enjoy seeing it. Because again, if you just look at the characters, how they look now compared to season 1, their physical appearance, and again, if I'm not mistaken, the entire timeline of the show has only been about a couple of months, if not that. So, just seeing, Jim's hair getting grayer and, a lot of people showing wrinkle marks that they didn't have in season 1. It just shows that they're going through hell right now. So, again, I would really enjoy if, Tyler Perry could bring back those little segments in between the seasons when the Haves and Have-Nots come back on, where, we just get to see the cast members sit down, do, like an interview with the fans. And, Tyler Perry does do this again in Georgia. He can invite a certain somebody who makes videos and blogs about the show to ask a couple questions in person. That would be really welcome, because I would, not just to ask questions, I don't know, well, as much as I would love to meet the cast members and Tyler Perry, I don't know if I can handle myself, be professional like I usually am. I'll probably be gushing the entire time. If I met Amanda, Jennifer, Maggie in person, I would probably pass out or something, because I have huge crushes on all of them. And I've said this many times in blogs and videos before, but wow, just wow. So with that being said, I want to bring this video to a close. But do you think that Tyler Perry should bring back the Tyler Perry Show, where he has the individual or group discussions with the cast members that have and have nots? And do you think that Tyler Perry should release the Have and Have Not series on DVD and Blu-ray? I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you will say yes. So please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, if this video gets enough traction, maybe Tyler Perry will see this and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and put the series out on DVD.